Welcome to iPad Pros. This is a supplemental video for episode 1 of the podcast. As you can see, episode 1 of the podcast, this was what I was talking about, podcasting from iOS. This was all the gear I was using. So this supplemental video, I'm just walk you through some of the things I was talking about in that episode. First off, here are the products I was talking about, the hardware. This was the microphone, the Audio-Technica ATR 2100 at $74. Here's the Zoom H6 portable track recorder that I was talking about. I was mentioning how I would do a line into this part of the device, and from there I can record to the L and R track, and then my own would be recorded into one of the XLR inputs, and then I would spit that file off to my iPad using this device, the Kingston Mobile Lite G3. This is $24, $25, and will be in stock on July 22nd. So that's the product I was talking about there that spits it off to my iPad. Here's Ferrite, the mobile recording studio and editor I was talking about. And this is Pippa.io, the host of the podcast. So let's dig into that workflow really quickly here. So first off, I've recorded my file. It is ready to be sent over to Ferrite. So I'm going to do that right now with Mobile Lite. Here's Mobile Lite. And of note, you need to be just connected to its Wi-Fi network, which I already am. Go to Settings, go to Wi-Fi. This is its network, 5 gigahertz. That's the one you want to be connected to. So let's go back into Mobile Lite. So Mobile Lite's here. You can see this is my Zoom SD card. And I'm going to dig into folder 10, or folder 1, I should say. And we can dig into different folders here. And let's send over this sample project over to Ferrite. So I'm sending this over. This is sending over right now to Ferrite. Really, really quick to do this. So sending this file now over the Ferrite. Copy to Ferrite. And it is sending that over the Ferrite. So that was a little bit quicker, as you'll see it too there. I've sent that file over before, which makes it faster. But it's about a minute if you've not sent a file over to Ferrite before. Now, let's now show you quickly the editing features of that. But that is how simple it is. You just find the file and you send it over to Ferrite, really simply like that. So let's now edit this file here. L&R is my guest track, and the other one is my own track. And actually, I had not sent that over before, but it is so quickly because you can see the size of the file being so small. So now let's add the other track into here. So I'm going to import this track. So here are the 2 tracks. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do strip silence here. So I'm stripped now the silence, allowing me to now tighten up these files to be much faster. Now I can grab everything following this by hitting E, and then I can hit D to move it to the playhead there. Again, I can E. I can hit F to move through these different playheads. I can hit D to move them. And again, here are my keyboard shortcuts I am utilizing. So the big ones here: S, rewind to clip; F, fast forward to the new clip; D is what I'm using as well to move stuff around, and E. So there are other other shortcuts I talked about on the show that did not make it to that screen. Another really advanced feature here, you've got ability to do ducking, and some ducking these tracks. I'm gonna add a new track. I really love that this app has an audio library, so things you use over and over again, you can just add in your ad break there. So there we go. Got the music. I can fade that in or fade that out. For the final mix, you can and you should do auto leveling. So I'm going to do the recommend regular setting. You can also edit MP3 chapters really easily within here. iOS 11 has a bug where it doesn't work so well with that, but sort of works. So with that, let's save this, and we're going to change the metadata here. Sample podcast, and this is where all the MP3 metadata lives. And then you can add show artwork. This connects to your camera roll here. Podcast artwork. And let's enter that. Let's hit done. And now it's ready to be sent off to Pippa. And I'm going to send it to the Files app to do that. So it's now sending that off to Files as an MP3 file at mono 128 kilobytes. So it's being sent off to there. And I'm going to choose episodes. I'm going to add it. It's now in Files. For your export options, you go to Settings, and that's what I'm set at mono 128. So it's now in Files. I'm now able to upload this directly into Pippa. So let's go to Pippa. Let's log in. Let's go here. And let's go here. And let's now upload. Let's go to create a new episode by going here. And we're going to create a new episode. So let's get the Files app up here. I can either do split screen or just drag and drop or side over. So to upload the file to the Pippa service, let's just simply drag it from the Files app and drop it right into Pippa. And it's as simple as that. That is how you do podcasting on iOS. And it's really a straightforward process. In a future episode, I'm going to dig into editorial and how I use that to automate the posting process to WordPress and actually finalizing the podcast creation process. So I hope this supplemental video has been helpful. And thanks for listening to the podcast and watching this video. You can send feedback to iPadProsPodcast@gmail.com. Thanks again. Bye-bye.